what's the address to your emergency?
My girlfriend is raped and I think she's dead. I need someone here now.
Okay, is she breathing?
No, she ain't. There's vomit. She's been beat. And there was something tied around her neck. I just cut it off. She's dead. I've been doing CPR for the past 20 minutes. She ain't coming back.
What's your address?
I'm at... Yes, it's called Cambridge Square, the apartment complex. Someone said they already called the ambulance, but I'm just making sure.
Who called the ambulance?
My neighbors.
Okay, we don't have a call on it. You said you've been doing CPR?
Yeah. Get someone down here right now before I kill them.
They're on their way, okay?
Because I think my neighbors did it.
On March 2nd, 2013, Joshua Lewis comes home from work to find his girlfriend unresponsive on the bedroom floor of their Clarksville, Indiana apartment.
Do you want to continue to try to do CPR?
Yes, tell me what I need to do.
Okay, alright.
She had been beaten, raped, and strangled, and despite her body showing no signs of life, Joshua continues CPR.
I'll do 30 of them, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, when you do 30, you're going to need to tilt her head back and give her 2 breaths.
But despite Josh's best efforts, young Tara Willenborg was pronounced dead at the scene just 8 days shy of her 18th birthday. A woman, who was later interviewed by police, claims that her and her live-in boyfriend Richard occupied the apartment next door. Her claims are that her and Richard were at the bar most of the night, and Richard had left early to return to her apartment. Upon arrival to her home, she had found Richard alone on the couch just moments before Joshua's cries for help. She claims that after hearing Joshua's cries for help, that Richard jumped up, immediately grabbed his things and said he needed to leave, making him a prime suspect in Tara's murder. A quick background check had revealed the name Richard Hooten, a non-compliant sex offender out of Georgia with warrants for his arrest. And shortly after dawn, a Clarksville police officer saw a man entering a bathroom not far from the apartment complex where the murder was committed. After being given the name Richard Hooten, a criminal background check showed the police officer that Richard was wanted for questioning in the connection of Willenborg's death. Hooten was arrested and later confessed at the Clarksville Police Department to the rape and strangling of Tara Willenborg. This is his confession.
I just lost it, left Rojo's with my friends and my girlfriend, and I came back. She was sitting on the steps, and I went back in my apartment. I come back out, she was still sitting out there, and I asked her to hang out, so we wanted her to start hanging out and everything.
When did you decide that you were going to attack her? Did you plan it?
I didn't really plan it, I didn't really plan it or nothing like that because I went into her apartment and then, she was a pretty girl, But I didn't know she was 17. I thought she was like 19 or 20,
Would that have made any difference?
Not really. I never raped nobody younger than me. It's always older.
She was crying and telling you not to do this. Why did you continue to do that?
I just lost it in my head. I just lost control.
Were you under the influence? Were you drinking on any drugs?
I went on no drugs. I was drinking earlier, at the house.
Has she been drinking or was she under any influence?
I don't know. I don't know if she was drinking or not.
It seems you said this is far from the first time this has happened. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
How many times has this happened?
I got accused for rape like 3 or 4 times.
You've been to prison for rape 3 or 4 times?
Yes.
How many rapes have there been that you haven't been to prison for?
None.
Why do you rape women?
I don't know.
Can you help yourself?
In the affidavit, the police released yesterday, it said that that you knew you were going to rape her. Is that not true? Or that you told police that you knew ahead of time that this was going to occur?
I didn't tell her.
Did you get a feeling of any sort before coming into her house?
I mean, she was a pretty girl, you know. No, I didn't want to have sex with her.
How do you feel about murdering Tara?
Pretty bad. I wish I could take it back.
How did that happen? How did it go from just, you've obviously raped women before, why did it increase to murder?
I was just having sex with her and anxiety on me, I guess. You know, when I had my hands around her throat and I just kept going and going, you know. I didn't know how strong I was really putting pressure on her, you know. I was choking her.
Why did you keep going when she was crying and telling you no and
Even
clearly in
after she
a lot
stopped
of pain?
breathing?
I just blocked it out, you know. I wasn't thinking about it until after it was too late.
And then when you saw that she was no longer breathing, take us through what you did next. It looks like you tried to cover it up.
Well, what I did, I took her off the bed and tried to give her CPR and mouth-to-mouth, trying to revive her. And I did that for like 10 to 15 minutes trying to get her back, and I couldn't. And I just acted like, you know, she did it herself, so I tied up one of her aprons or whatever around her neck, and then I left.
Why didn't you call police or ambulance at that time?
I was scared because I already did that crime.
Mr. Hooten, people who are charged with murder and rape usually don't speak out and tell us details about what they did. Why are you doing this?
I'm just trying to, give y'all closure what happened, and everything, and help her family.
And despite his confession to the media, Hooten pleaded not guilty and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He'll spend the rest of his life behind bars in an Indiana state penitentiary, never again to hurt the innocent, and to live with his guilt until his last breath.